against me right now. I'm thinking something's got to give, and for other people, that would be the time where they go, whoa, comfort zone. And I thought, I've risked everything, enough's enough. We believe in get the product right, get our pitch right, to whereby me and him are just bouncing off each other. The energy's there, which it always will be anyway.
Of course.
And if not, we'll just put them in headlocks. I'm only joking.
Plan B.
Get the contract signed.
If you're going to do something, do what you're passionate about. And do it so good that you make money from it. Can't go wrong, right?
I think that's the perfect job to have in the world. We got a school report and a school...
Welcome back to my channel where we discuss personal development, business and everything else that's connected. If this is the first time you are visiting my channel, then please hit the like and subscribe button. Just to let you know, we are now releasing videos every Wednesday 11 AM and every Sunday 3 PM. Make sure to tune in as you don't want to miss them.
Hello? Yeah? When we start talking now, that means you have to be quiet, okay? Deal. And then you can get what the deal that we made. Yeah. You stick to your end and I'll stick to my end, yeah?
Got it. Okay, cool. Well, ladies and gents, if you don't know who's in front of me today, you better get to know the world's #1 motivational speaker. Yeah?
In the world today. In
the world today. So, Laurence, my first question is really, why was you so passionate about launching this morning mindset app? And what is the message that you're trying to get out there?
So for me, in building the app, and the idea where it came from was struggle. Like, I've been made redundant from my job. And I was at a place where a bit of a crossroads. I go and work for someone else and give my all again and maybe get left by the waistline, or I go all in on myself. And I just thought, right, I'm going to go all in on myself. And within going through that little bit of a dark period, you know, you'll know yourself, everyone will know that's decided to be an entrepreneur. It's a dark place, and, and even when you make it, I've not made it yet, but I'm surrounded by a lot of people that are, and even when you make it, it's still hard, life's still hard, there's still pain, there's still struggle. So within finding what it is that I wanted to do, I was going through this stress, and my business partner, my very close friend, Mark, he basically gave me these tools, which is all incorporated in the app. He basically said, this is a bulletproof morning routine. This is what I use to be successful. And I look at him as a strong, masculine male who does a lot for the community for free. Yeah. He's in a good position financially. He shuts off at the weekend and spends time with his family. And I thought, if there was a man that I wanted to be like, you know, it was him. Always want to be myself, but you know, we have certain men that we look up to, and we go, or not look up to, but we look at and we go,
that's a good role model, right?
Very good role model. So I thought, okay, it's worked for him, so why not give it a go? Everything else in my life hasn't worked out right now, right? So I thought, right, I'll give it a go. So I incorporated this morning routine while I was just, you know, going through this. You got this from him, yeah? Yes. So I got this morning routine for him. So he sent me a load of books to read, self-help books. And he basically said, start studying these people, these successful people. Yeah. He's like, that's what I did. To be successful, you got to start studying. So I started reading. And for me, going through school and stuff, I was never a big reader. I used to read like a robot when I was made to stand up in the class. I'd be like, and I was just like, reading, I don't know about this, but I started reading. I was like, okay, like this is sitting well with me here in the breath work, meditation, visualization. Started feeling good, yeah? Yeah, started feeling good, and started incorporating all these things like visualization, journaling, breath work, meditation. Obviously, I work out anyway. Cold water therapy. Sent me a shower for outside, like during COVID, before we even started on app journey. He sent me this coach. I was like, what are you doing in your backyard? Dave just said, send me your address. Sent it me. I was just like, wow, okay. So that was a massive change. So I was just incorporating this morning routine. I was just like, wow, I'm at a point where financially I'm struggling. I just found out after I got made redundant 2 weeks later that my wife's pregnant. You know, I've got a mortgage to pay. That, you know, the world's against me right now. I'm thinking something's got to give, and for other people that would be the time where they go, whoa, comfort zone. I need to go get a job. I need to, and I thought, wow, mate, I've risked everything. You know, as we'll get into in this podcast, I'm not shy to risk it, and I just thought enough's enough. So like at this point where I was like, really, I should have been at the lowest point. I was going from strength to strength mentally. I found it hard, you know, I'm the first to admit. I found it hard. Sometimes I'd be down on my luck. I'd be looking at myself in the mirror saying, you know, can you really do this? But just incorporating this one, he said to me, this is a journey of you. Times are going to be tough, times are going to be great, you know, but it's your journey. As long as you're trying to better yourself every day, you will get to exactly where you need to get to. And he said to me, there's no rush. There's no way that you can rush this. There's going to be days when it's going to be shit. But just know that, you know, you can phone me and you'll get... And just through working this morning routine, I thought, like, if I could put this into one place, this is worth... Because listen... I'm an ex-professional fighter. I've been one of the lads. I've been up to no good. I've been all these things. So, like, the fact that I'm sat at my table with my eyes closed, meditating, you know, early in the morning and trying to get myself right and working on myself was foreign to me. But I felt the benefits of it. And I thought, if I can put this out there and put all this into one place and be able to give this to people, this is going to be mind-blowing. So that was basically it behind the app. It was like, I used all the rituals because I'm one of them people, unless I do it, or I wear the clothes, or I drink the drink, or I use the protein shake, I won't put it out there because the last thing I want to be is that guy who's just selling everything and blah. So I'm like, I had to do the homework, I had to put it to the test, and like the fact that I'm sat in front of you today with an app on my phone that you can use just is like, if that's not
a proud moment, right?
Yeah, and that's me proving that the proof's in the pudding, and I'm sat here and I'm talking about it, and I'm one of the lads. If it's bullshit, it's bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, I won't try and sugarcoat anything. And the lads have looked at me at certain points and gone, has he lost his mind? You know, the boys, and now that they're like, now that they, you know, before we went live, they were like, lad, proud of you. You've done your thing there. Like, you know what I mean? We thought you were losing it at one point, but we can see it now.
Can see it now,
you know, they can see people messaging me on my picture. So, like, the whole thing was, this worked for me. So I would be doing the world a misjustice if I didn't give it to everyone else. And there's so many people right now that are in the predicament that I was in. You know, I'm still not out the mud, lad. It's still hard every day. You know, things are still tight. You know yourself with business. Just as you're getting started, that's the hardest time. It's like, I've got this product now, I've got it to market. It's like, right now, what are you going to do?
Now it starts again. Then it starts again. Then
but we love that. That's what we're built for. You know, all these hard times and struggles. This is the grind, the grit. Let's go. This is what we want. But having that and the fact that me and my business partner, Mark, strong masculine males, are talking about loving yourself and giving yourself that time in the morning, being present with your family, and, you know, showing up and working on yourself and being okay to be vulnerable and cry and, you know, being at one with yourself. That's like, for us to be spreading that message, that's a whole different beast altogether. But I feel like me and him have been through our struggles, so we can be them males in the world and show up as them males in the world, because we need people like us to be having these conversations for the boys that are up to no good to go, let me try and make that transition, because if he can do it, I can do it. Or for people that, you know, are just struggling generally, and they're like, they're trapped in being the man of the house and blah, 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 and they can see that, oh, it's okay for me to be upset and talk to someone about struggling. So I just think in so many ways, you know, as a male, like, I'm trying to be the right male, the right human being that shows all these different feelings, talks about when I'm struggling, talks about all these things. And that's what I push on my Instagram, because I want people, and on my social, I want people to know that I'm not a guru. I'm not this, I'm just, I'm just this person who's normal, that's believed in myself, took a chance on myself, and now I'm becoming the person who I dreamed of becoming. And I just work on that every day. People probably, he's full of shit, him, blah, blah, blah. Cool. But that's, that's their opinion. That doesn't pay my bills. It doesn't change my life. I'm just sticking to what I'm doing, which is building this app to change 1,000,000,001 lives and mornings over the world. And I'm going full power here. So I'm going to let you ask the next question, bro. Because I'm just like, I'm passionate, bro.
No, I love that.
I love it, bro.
I heard someone say at one point that if you're going to do something, do what you're passionate about.
Yeah.
And do it so good that you make money from it.
Yeah.
So, and since that you're passionate about it, you love what you do, and then you make money from it as well. You can't go wrong, right?
I think that's the perfect job to have in the world.
Yeah.
You're passionate about it, you're helping people,
you're
making the world a better place,
Yeah.
and you're getting paid for it.
Can't
Like, this is I truly do think this is my gift. Like, I've been gifted, from birth, I've been gifted with being able to make people smile, make people laugh. In school, it was the wrong place to do it. But now, it's like, okay, well, that wasn't that then, but a lot of people then get put in a box because of school, because of that gift. That really, to people, it was like, that's not a gift, you're being disruptive, you're being... But I see, like, now, like, right, that's the reason why I have this, why I have all this energy, why I'm able to smile and say something crazy and make people laugh or motivate or get on my phone, and I've got this gift, and that's what I'm using now. I'm utilising my gift, what I've been gifted with by the Lord. I'm utilising that now, and that's a powerful thing. No one can stop that.
No, definitely. And see what it is, like, you've managed to see that gift.
Yeah.
Right? Where everyone's got a gift, some people will never see that.
Yeah.
And you mentioned a very important point there. You said that you had a role model to look up to.
Yeah.
That this mentor, friend, partner.
Yeah.
And people don't have that, do they?
No.
So it comes back to the question, like, it's so important to have the right people around you, right?
Yeah, definitely. There's another big part of my life.
You got some biscuits and drinks there.
Yeah, mega. There's another guy. It's a massive part of my life, and his name's Mike. He done, when I go to his house, got a lovely house, like, does very well for himself, and he's like, I'll be at his and he'll go, listen, any videos you want to get, but don't get my face in it. And he's honestly like a serious entrepreneur, and he kicked me up the arse. He said, what are you doing? You're motivating people on your Instagram every day.
Yeah.
And he's like, I've got friends that are corporate, and when I speak to them about you, he said, they're already following you. So I don't think you understand, like, the effect that you're having on people. He's like, and he goes, you need to start monetizing it. He said, because you're running around doing these jobs for other people. He said, your gift is a lot more than working for someone else. And, like, he was one of the people that gave me the kick up the arse, but I met him through fighting. He sponsored me with a CBD and blah, blah, blah. And, I met him through that. And it's like, if you haven't got them sort of people around you, now we've got our phones, we've got books, we've got all these things. And me and Mark always talk about this. People don't understand that, they say you are the 5 people that you spend the most time with. Now, when I'm in the car, I'm listening to Bob Proctor, I'm listening to Les Brown, I'm listening to Tony Robbins, so when I'm driving or when I'm walking or when I'm going on a run or when I'm on the bike, I'm spending time with all these people. So, like, in terms of people that I spend time with, I'm listening to them, and then when you listen to them, I know now I speak totally different than what I did 2 years ago. But that's because every day I'm listening, I'm writing it down, and then I'm having conversations with myself, and then when I'm talking to people like yourself, I can hear myself sounding like them, but that's not a bad thing.
That's a good thing.
You surround yourself by people that are doing the wrong things, which I have done in the past, and you talk like them, you're effing and jeffing all the time, you've got this big ego, but then when you're talking about people that talk about stripping back your ego, being loving, checking yourself, having people around you that will push you and tell you when you're in the wrong, and your constant growth every day, you start to speak different. And when you can literally surround yourself around these people at a push of a button on your phone.
Yeah.
Like I said, study successful people. people think that being successful is like, obviously it's different for everyone, but they think it's just this big magic, and it's not.
There's so many things.
Yeah, it's as simple as, what do you want to do? Right, I want to build buildings. Right, study successful people that have built buildings.
Yeah.
How did they do it? What? All right, it might have changed with the times, but the blueprint is still the same. Yeah. Hard work, know what you're doing. Relationships, don't do people over. You know, all these things are like, you take it into anything.
Yeah.
You hard work, you study it, you learn your craft. You know, you ask people, you put it out there, and it starts coming back. But people don't want to do the studying. You got to study, haven't you?
Of course you do.
Even I'll never stop studying. I've read a book 5 times because every time I read it, something else sits with me, and I'm like, that time in my life I wasn't ready to accept that. But 3 weeks later, when I hear, I'm like, and it's only 3 weeks later, it's like, whoa, I didn't know that was in there. That was, do you know what I mean? Studying, man. Study successful people.
So how much studying do you actually do every day?
I read every morning.
Right.
I read every morning. I'm very conscious now of pick the book up before my phone.
In the morning?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, in the morning, I've got my bulletproof routine that I stick to anyway.
Non-negotiable, yeah.
So non-negotiable. So I'll pick my phone up to start on the app.
Right.
Because I'm conscious of because I've done this routine now for this long, like, I'll just get up and just start doing it without even tapping into the app.
It's intuition now.
Yeah. So sometimes I'm like, I haven't done it. I haven't done it. But the only time I use my phone in the morning is to basically put meditation music on, or sometimes I might put something motivational. My morning changes all the time, but it's all surrounded, like, I might not meditate straight away when I get up, or write my mantra, or a couple of weeks time I might change it around. It's like, it all depends on, you know, if the baby's woken up through the night, I might get up and just go, right, do you know what, we'll go for a walk, because I need to clear my mind. But no matter what, that morning is dedicated to self-growth, and just managing myself, reset, clear my mind, and then attack the day. And then for me, that's like me putting on my bulletproof armor and going, whatever bullshit's going to hit me today, I'm mentally ready for it. Because if I'm still carrying from what happened yesterday, or I'm worrying what's going to go on tomorrow, I'm not present, and I'm not able to deal with what I might be in a reactive state. You know, if I'm thinking about an argument that maybe me and you had yesterday, and then you say to me, bro, will you do this? And you might not even be meaning it in the wrong way, but I'm still carrying that. I go, and you go, whoa, bro, I didn't even mean it like that. And it's like, we can do that with our kids, with our parents, you know, with friends. So I think every day we owe it to ourselves to reset, restart, and go again. And I think that's the best way that we can get the best out of ourselves in life, because you know yourself, carrying something from yesterday, it's done. It's gone. And then worrying about what's going to happen, it might not ever happen. So that morning, reset yourself, be conscious of your thoughts, make sure that you're thinking positive, make sure that you're going into the day in a responding state rather than reacting, thinking about things, you know. Big businesses, you know, you've got to be, especially with sites and do you know what I mean, builders, hard work, and not showing up, and you could snap and people walk off the job, and then, you know, we've all been there, we're only human. And even still now with my kids and like, I'm still reactive, because I've still asked them to do something 100 times. And so, you know, yourself, like, sometimes I hear myself talking about, I think, my mum used to say that to me, do you know what I mean? So I'll still react, because I'm not perfect, but I'm working on it every day. I'm trying, and I'm conscious of it. I know when I'm reacting, so getting that reset every morning, I think, is the most important thing, man.
So have you got, like, I know you said it's a little bit different every morning, but when you get up in the morning, what's your wake up time at the minute? Pay attention. I've got some exciting news for you guys. I've launched a 7-day total free audio course for you guys, which is going to help you improve and elevate your mindset, and it's also going to help you in your business. All you have to do is go and sign up every single day, day 1 to day 7. You will receive a free 2-minute audio from me in my own words, in my voice, and what that will do is help you in your business and your mindset. Make sure you go and sign up and let me know how you find it.
So at the minute, I've been varying it. This week, I've actually, and this
You're
is
chilling,
this,
yeah?
no, this week. So I am a hustler.
Right.
So if I see, and this is where like my ADHD, just like if I find something that I'm all out on it.
Yeah.
I stay up some mad time. Like, do you know what I mean? So for me,
Yeah.
the production team that we use to do stuff on the app and stuff, Passion, they're like, Loz, you need to start pushing yourself more on TikTok and being a bit more you and blah. So I'm like, right, okay. So what I've done is I've
Content creator
looked
now.
into this TikTok. Well, I've always been doing this anyway.
Yeah.
More, so I've been doing it. But then what I've realised is talking to my other mate, Mike, TikTok lives. So what I've been doing is I've been waking up in the morning, 3:30, 4 o'clock, going on TikTok, going live and just doing my morning routine on live. And I've grown 250 followers in the last 7 days.
Wow.
Which on social media, unless you're going viral or you're putting loads of time in, especially Instagram, it's tough to do.
Instagram's fucking shit.
Exactly. So I've only been doing it 7 days, but I just do my morning routine. Then what I do is I'll after I've done my morning routine, I'm driving to the gym. That's it. I start giving motivational talks out. So I'll start,
like live, just as you go in?
Yeah, just live, bro, as I'm going, and I just start going. And through the week, I've got people that come in every morning now. I was getting like 1,000 people through the live, which is still massive compared to what you get on Instagram. Of
course it is.
Bro, I'm on like 5,000 to 6,000 people now in my lives, like through the morning. At one point, I have
worldwide or?
Yeah, worldwide, bro.
Wow.
I had this woman tapping from the Netherlands.
Really?
Now, my favourite kickboxer's from the Netherlands, Badr Hari. So I was like, yes, from the Netherlands. I love Badr Hari, blah, blah, blah. Bro, got people said, bro, this is mad. I'm not doing it for this. I'm clearly doing it to, because it's another platform and I feel like it's come across my path for me to speak my truth and it gets out to everyone. So like I said, it's not like Instagram. It goes worldwide. Get the trolls on there calling me a dickhead and all that and blah. This guy's chatting shit and I'm like, I love you too. But yeah, it's got like to be able to speak to 5,000 people between 4 o'clock and 6 o'clock in the morning is mental.
That's
like
big.
If you're not using that platform as a motivational speaker and someone who's got a product that you want to drive people to give them a better start to the day. So what I do is I'm not like, because I believe in selling without selling. I am my message. So you'll see me at 4 o'clock in the morning. I'll be journaling. I'll be meditating. I'll be doing my morning routine, and you'll look and go, "This guy's the real deal." What is it that he? What? So then and people go, "Why are you doing this?" So when I'm like, I'm doing this because I believe all the things that I said. Restarting your day. The world's stressful. I've got kids. You know, even if you got kids, I don't want to be waking them up in this reactive state. That's why I get up and work on myself. So when I wake them up, they've got the best dad.
Practice what you preach, right?
Exactly. So these people are seeing this and are like, so I'm like, look, the app's there. If you want to download it, cool. If you don't, no problem. It's got breath work, meditation, HIIT workouts, yoga. If you're a mum that's stuck in the house with a few kids and, you know, the school run and blah, 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 get up early. You can do your workout without going to the gym. You know, you can get your everything, you can visualize, blah. So like, I'm motivating at the same time. I'm like, every day's this could be your last day on earth. Why would you not get up early and make the most of it? You know, so I'm hitting them with, you know, you've got a choice. The choice is yours. What do you choose to do today? Choose to be positive, choose to be negative, choose to be negative. Don't cry when you get everything that you don't want. If you choose to be positive, you're going to know that everything that's going to come in your path, it might not be good, but if you're thinking positive, you've got a right way of getting out of it. You'll always see the good in it, the experience or whatever. So every morning I'm just like this. I'm just full power. And bro, people are coming in and sending me dough. I've earned like $15 this week, bro.
That's nice.
People come in and go like, love this and like send you gifts and that. But I'm not obviously doing it for that. But I'm not going to say no. It's just like, a preacher. I don't know, preaching in a church and people, do you know what I mean? Or
well,
whatever.
that means your message is touching people.
Yes, yes,
You know,
of course.
that's what it is.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to.
So that's what I've been getting up and doing. And I've still been doing my routine, my journaling, my meditation, my visualization, my gratitude. And then I get up out the door and then I go to the gym. I'll hit the gym. Now I'll get on the bike. I'll get on the bike for half an hour while I'm still like motivating, talking, you know, talking about how important exercise is to me.
Yeah.
Exercise is part of my body armor. If I don't exercise, I'm not myself in the morning. Exercise helps me clear my mind, all the benefits, you know yourself. And then I'll switch off and then I'll train them properly. And then I'll get to one. But my morning routine this week has been, I've been going live, but at the same time, you told anyone 2 years ago that you'd be able to speak to 5,000 people all over the world.
Yeah.
And in the morning between this time and that time, they'd be like, you're crazy. You can't do that on Instagram. You can't do that on that. So for me, like I said, being a hustler, like if I've got to go live and that's going to drive people towards my app organically and people all over the world, and I'm showing up every morning and putting in this work, and like, bro, that's
social media's changed the game.
Changed the game,
you can
bro.
Speak to anyone, anywhere, right? And this is why your message will get around the world like that, because of, you know, especially what you believe in.
Yeah.
So what's your job these days then? So what you doing? So you finish the gym.
Yeah.
So gym is just every morning, non-negotiable. You get that out of the way straight away.
Yeah. So when I got made redundant, I said, right, what do I love to do? What would I do?
What was you doing though? What job?
So I was working at a fashion shop.
Right.
And before that, I was working in a warehouse.
Right. Okay.
I was like the manager of the warehouse then. That didn't work out there.
So that was not long ago, right?
No. And I was getting up mad times in the morning to go and do that as well.
Yeah.
And then from there, I went on to this shop working there, and it just didn't work out. And he was like, look, can't afford to pay you no more, can't afford to pay you no more. I was like, right, okay, it is what it is, do you know what I mean? It's just not meant to be. And then from there, I thought, right, okay, that was the moment where it's like that turn back moment. Do you go and get a job for someone else and, you know, potentially, you know, end up in this position again?
Yep.
Or do you now start to focus on yourself and really...
What you love and what you want to do, right?
Exactly, and really go, like, so I was like, right, what do I love to do? What would I do for free? What do I do every day? Right, I go gym every day. Right, I've been fighting and training for over 10 years, you know what I mean? So I was like, right, okay, I'll start training people. Now, I'm not a PT. I've fought professionally, so I know how to get in good shape. I can hold pads and that. Bang out a circuit and whatnot, you know. I did get qualifications when I was away, which I think everyone does in the gym. Yeah. So like, but that was like years ago. But I was like, right, okay, I'll get straight into this. So I said to the lads, look, anyone wants sessions and that in the morning? And all the lads were like, yeah, I'll have sessions. I'll have buzzing, because they know I'm full power in the morning. So, you know, so they wanted that energy. They wanted help. And the lads that I was training, they're all very wealthy, do well for themselves, the business, but they weren't. I realised that they weren't happy within themselves. So like, that's where this morning routine that Mark had given me, I started incorporating it with them, doing meditation after the sessions, because the gym where I was at, I had the keys to it. So it was like, so it'd be empty in the morning, especially, you know, 6 o'clock when, you know, no
was this
one's
before
in there.
COVID or
after?
After, right.
Yeah.
After. Wow, so it's just flipping hell. It's not even that long ago.
No.
Wow.
And so I used this morning routine with them, you know, get them meditating and so on and so forth. And like, sometimes the lads would be getting upset at the end of the session saying, fucking hell, lad, like, you know, you've changed my life. Like, get phone calls off the missus saying he's more present with the kids. He don't want to drink at the weekend, because a lot, you know yourself, a lot of people rip the back out of it all week. They're under pressure off the mortgage. They've got the nice car that they've stretched to get. Work's starting to fall off, so work's not going the way, because the way the world's been at the minute, you know, business is going a bit tough. They've been the man with everything, and now it's under pressure of them losing this picture of themselves and being this guy that's always all right and always had everything. And it's like, they're like, inside they're like, fuck, What do I do? And they've got no one to talk to. I was just like, look, these are just little self-management tools that you can get out of your head, and everything's always going to be okay. And because they hear me talking about it, they've known me as up to no good. Used to do this, used to do that, blah, blah, blah. And now I'm talking about, so they can respect it because they know I can have a read and write as well. It's not like I'm just some soft guy who's, do you know what I mean? I'm like...
They respect you, innit?
Bro, and I'm there and they're crying and I'm crying with them. Because I know the journey. I know the path. It's emotional, it's tough. Admitting to yourself that you're struggling. People don't want to do it. Men don't want to do it. That's why men are killing themselves. They'd rather kill themselves than go and say so. So for me, using this on them and then seeing what it's doing for them and them not wanting to drink, getting in good shape, getting messages off them when they're on holiday, got my top off, I'm playing with my kids, this is the best I've ever felt. Bro, that feeling to get that message. Different, bro. So I seen that was working for them. That's what made me, I thought, if I can work it on these stubborn business guys, no one can tell me nothing, blah. And then, you know, they're then starting to change their life around who they are as a human being, how they're looking at things, how they're being with the kids, how, you know, if it can work for them, I thought, these are high flyers, man. No one can tell these guys nothing. It can work for them. It can work for anyone, So that's what I did. I went into PT, and then I still train some of the lads now. So that's like...
It's all connected, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, bro, because the lad who's built my app is a guy that I was training off the back of my other friend.
Wow.
So I've changed his life, and then he's gone, bro,
he believes
you're struggling, come and see him. And then he's come and seen me, and now I've changed his life. And then when I said to him, I've got this idea, you know, I've got this app, and he said, you do know he builds apps. I'm like, ex-rag ass off a council estate. I don't know no one who builds apps, you know what I mean? I know someone who you could, you know, get a bit of that off, but in terms of apps, like, I don't know.
It was all new to you, innit?
I put it out there, bro. I said, this is what I want to do. You know, do you know anyone? And he said, bro, he builds apps. So when I said to him, I want to do this, he was like, let's have a meeting, let's get a sit down, and like, then he's built the app, so it's like you said, it's all connected. For like, once you believe in yourself, and you realise your gift, and you start putting it out there, and you really go, you can't be, and you know, this game, you've got to be all in. There's no safety blanket. You can't have a plan B. It's got to be either do or die on this. This is me. If I fail, I get back up and I keep going. I just keep going. So as soon as I said, right, you know, obviously the training's part of the app anyway. So I keep training people, keep giving them this good energy. Why? Because, you know, I don't want people to think, right, that's it, I'm quitting my job, blah, blah, blah. Get that exit plan. Slowly but surely. So I'm still training people, still paying the bills because I'm not quite there yet. But, you know, when you do start speaking your truth and you do start putting it out there what you want to do and you go all in on yourself, like, people turn up for you that you never
what you give out, you get back.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's powerful, bro. So you train every day now, right? And then so how does your app work then? So if let's just say someone wants to join the app today. They pay, what is it, a monthly thing or yearly thing? They join, and then they've got like different sectors like yoga, meditation. Is that just you? Explain it in your way. So it's based. So the app Morning Mindset is based around people managing their time in the morning better. So it's got everything. It's got gratitude, journaling, affirmations, cold water therapy, HIIT workouts, yoga, meditation, breath work, reading. It's got all these rituals. Built-in videos, yeah?
Built-in. So some of them, like, say with the reading and stuff, that's just a timer.
But
all the other stuff, there's, like, content. For everything that you can have content for, there's content. Like, cold water therapy, there isn't. There's just a timer, because obviously you time how long you're going to do either in the ice bath or in the shower. So it's all based around giving yourself the best morning routine that you can. So it depends on how long you've got in the morning. You have days that you commit to. So let's just say, for instance, Mark does Monday to Friday, because at the weekend he stays in bed, the kids get in bed with him, it's dad time. Do you know what I mean? So Monday to Friday, it's work, it's up, it's scheduled, it's, you know, it's non-negotiable. On the weekend, it's time to be dad and cuddle and, you know, and chill with the kids and make the most of that time. So, so basically you pick your days, what you do, you pick how long that you've got in the morning. So let's just say you've got, right, I'm going to dedicate to 30 minutes. So you might do 10 minutes reading, 10 minutes breath work and 10 minutes HIIT workout.
Right.
So that would be your 30 minutes that you're going to do. You're going to commit to every morning.
Yeah.
So you'd wake up in the morning, you go onto the app, you click on whichever one you wanted to start on. Say it was breath work, you'd have guided breath work that come on whether you got your headphones in or whatever. Then you'd have someone doing the guided breath work for you. You do that, it'd say ritual complete. It'd take you on to the next ritual. You start that, you do that, ritual complete, next ritual, so on and so forth. And then once you finish that, you've completed your day. So you'd get a little badge that comes up, you completed your first day, well done. And it basically keeps a streak. So if you've done, like, let's just say you were doing 5 days, once you get to the weekend, your streak would end there, then it'd pick back up on the Monday.
Yeah.
And once you get to the end of the week, it'd say, right, you've finished your week.
So it'll reward you as well. Like,
yeah, it'd say you'd finish your week, well done. You get a 7-day badge, and it'd say, right, it's time to relax and chill kind of thing. And if you want to add more days, go into the routine section. You know, you can add more days. Also, so that would be like your day, and then you complete. And then let's just say you did 5 hours of reading, you'd get a badge for that. And you can share these. It keeps you a log of your stats as well. So if you've been reading all week, meditation, HIIT workouts, it'll give you your stats on how much you've done that week.
Right.
And then let's just say the next week you were a little bit behind. It'll show you that your stats have dropped, so you could see that.
So you can keep a track of everything, innit?
It tracks everything, yeah. You can share that to social media. Massive part of it, which is one of my favourite parts, is the community. So I can add you, you can add me. So you know yourself, you go into the gym, and I know you're meeting me at the gym. Even if I don't feel like it, I'm showing up because I don't want to let you down. So we call it accountability partner. So you can build your own community within the app. We can send each other motivational boosts. Or let's go champs, you know what I mean?
So like a bit of like a Facebook group, innit? But like within a community.
Yeah, like a health and well-being community.
Yeah.
We've got this, we've got new bits getting added onto it. We've also got, you get a quote every day. So you get a new quote notification every day that pops up. We've got a section for self-help books. So we've got like 15 self-help books that you can click and buy through our Amazon shop front, which you know has worked massively for me, worked massively for Mark. So we're basically one new thing that we've got that we love, which is making it a little bit more social media. So so you can basically, let's just say you finished your journaling, you can take a selfie of you with your journaling book and then add that to your profile. So it's like people can then come on, see that you finished your journal, which then might then go, oh, he's on it, he's completed
accountability,
that.
innit?
Yeah, like they can like the picture, you can see who's like your picture. Me and Mark feel like we've built an app, we've built a house, but we haven't put no furniture in it yet. So you know yourself, sometimes it takes for you to like get that product and then go, actually we need to put that mirror on the wall there. You need to put the flowers there, you know, to make it feel a bit more. So yeah, that's the thing that we're doing at the minute to make it feel a bit more community, like a bit more reacting, a bit more, what's the word that I'm looking for? What's the word that
adaptable? You're gonna have to constantly like tweak it anyway.
Yeah. Just make it a bit more sociable, so it's like
more community vibes.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So yeah, that's where we're at. So that's everything basically in the app.
Nice.
Really, do you know what I've seen it? I've seen that like there's Calm, there's Headspace, there's Strava, there's
everything in it.
There's all these different apps, but there's nothing with everything in one place.
Yeah.
You've got the Wim Hof breathwork, you've got all these apps, but there's nothing in one place that you can add your friends. So for me, it's like a health and well-being community.
Yeah.
So it's a self-management app, but like you can build your own community in there. You can spur each other on. And the massive thing is, there's me and Mark behind it, and we're going to be going out and putting on beach days and putting on, all these different days for free for people. Like there's 2 people behind the app that are off a council estate that just want to do better. Yeah. And I feel like our hearts are in the right place, our purpose behind it is genuine, you know, we are going to earn billions of pounds of it. But with that, we want to build schools in Africa.
Yeah.
We want more so we can give more.
Definitely.
You know, we want to be able to do more. Mark does so much free for his community. Like, he's built wealth so he can help people for free. Do you know what I mean? And like, that's our aim. Like, we want to do more. We want to earn more and do so we can do more for people
makes sense.
that were in our position.
Yeah. So I guess for you to make money from this is that you need, it's like a membership. You need like people joining it.
Yeah.
And the bigger community you have, the more money you will make, and then you can add more features and blah blah. So what's the monthly fee? Like, if someone wanted to join it, and what's the, I don't know, what is it, yearly, monthly? Well, how does it work?
So basically, how it works is you can get, you can either get an annual or you can get monthly. So at the minute we're playing with it, we're tweaking it, like I said to you. So at the minute we've got $3.99 for access to the app and access to certain content, but all the rest of the content will be locked. So that's $3.99 a month. Or it's $7.99 for access to all of the content. And with getting access to all the content, we also are updating content. So there's always new hit workouts.
$7.99?
$7.99, yeah.
I'm sure that's cheaper than a coffee, bro.
No, it is. It is.
That is cheap.
It is.
Guys, you better go and join this. I'm telling you now,
Trust me,
yesterday's price is not today's price.
Oh, exactly.
And by the time this comes out, it might have gone up.
Yeah. And it's $59.99 for the year. But, you know, you can't put a price on your mental well-being.
Definitely
you can't
not.
put a price
on.
on.
That's cheap, bro.
Yeah, cheap. But we
But this is where you're...
So, and this is what I'm putting out there.
Yeah.
This is made by the people for the people. We don't want it to be too expensive. So your single mum at home that's, you know, struggling on benefits can't get the best out of the app, whereby, you know, for her mental well-being, because me and Mark were both raised by our mums, do you know what I mean, that struggled. And so we want it to be able to help everyone in every situation.
Got it. So talking about what was your upbringing like?
So my upbringing, to be honest, was, you know, I can't complain. Like, my mum did the best that she could. My dad wasn't.
What area are you from?
I'm from Crewe originally.
Right.
Cheshire.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Cheshire, yeah.
Yeah, Cheshire, bro. Well, not where I lived. So I lived on I don't even want to say I lived on a council estate after. Do you know what I mean? To try and make it out like I'm from a rough place. Crews, everywhere's got the rough bits.
Everywhere,
wherever you are, even Wilmslow and all these places, they've got they have to have it, don't they? They have to, you know, they've got their council area where it's, you know, people are struggling a little bit more. You know, the worries are paying rent and trying to feed the kids, and you know, them real life struggles. And it was no different for me. I'm not going to act like I was dragged up. I wasn't. My mum did hard. She did struggle to feed us at times. Yeah. But she's a strong woman, and you know, we had a good family behind us. And my dad wasn't present. You know, my dad was how can I explain it? My dad was a man on his own journey. Yeah. He got mixed up in drugs and stuff, and we kind of paid, you know, the price for that, not having him around. Waiting for him to turn up, and he wouldn't turn up. And it was like back in them days where, you know, heroin and crack was rife. So like heroin was quite a new drug back in them days, and people didn't really understand it. They were taking it like it was like just the, you know, the new thing, and then it was only until it started killing people and wiping people out and seeing how crazy the addiction is to it, that people started to realise how much of a dangerous drug it was. So, you know, not having my dad around because of that, or when I did have him around, kind of, you know, I loved my dad with all my heart, and I wouldn't sit here and call him and so on and so forth. But the fact that he was that person is the reason why I am now, in my eyes, the super dad that I am today, because I didn't have him around. And Harlow, come here a minute. Okay. Quickly, come here quickly. Will you do me a massive favour?
Say hello to everyone.
Say hello.
That's your camera.
Hi. Will you do me a massive favour? Yeah. Did we have a deal? What was the deal? We got it. Okay. Can you keep to it? Because I can hear you singing in the background. Yeah.
Do you want to keep this part in?
Yeah, of course,
Yeah.
of course. He loves you more than anyone. Kiss a kiss. Mwah. So, you know, that's my reason right there. That's my why.
Yeah.
That's the reason why. The experience that I had from my dad, I could have quite easily stuck to that, you know. I'll come back to that. So, you know, growing up, I was energetic, and because I was energetic, I wasn't a horrible child. I had a lot of energy, and because I did have that, I was kind of always told that I was the naughty one, and my mum would be, you know, going crazy. But he's not the naughty one because I've got my brother. He's the good one.
Yeah.
And like they're both the same. They're both the same. And then, you know, went into school again. Teachers, oh, you're naughty. You know, you're not going to amount to nothing. You know, so on and so forth. So I was always told these things, and being told that from a young child, I kind of just like accepted that. That was me. That was my role. I just played up to that. You know, I didn't know any different. I thought that I was the naughty one because I did have a lot of energy and I was cheeky and I would say things that are borderline out of order. But, you know, that's how I thought then that I kind of got attention. And, you know, being really honest, it took me 30 odd years to shake that belief system of myself, that thought process of myself. It took self-work to realise that I'm not actually the naughty one. I was just built differently.
Yep.
And now I'm using that gift that was named the naughty one to now do this. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, I ended up falling, started to look up to the wrong people, left school, looked up to the wrong people that were kind of aligned with who I was told I was. I started to believe I was, so started to act as that character, did the things that person would do, you know, and just
on the streets doing it.
On the streets,
hustling,
up to no good, all that.
We've all been there.
Yeah, and then, you know, I ended up getting caught up in something, ended up going to prison. I got 8 years. I served met a lot of good lads in there, come out of there, still didn't, you know, that, you know yourself.
Did you not? Same.
Wrapped up in that, and then I come out and I was like, right, well, this is me now. How do I do anything else? You know, I did have jobs and stuff, but I was just like still in that life. Moved to Manchester, still up to no good because I didn't know any different. And then my mate ended up getting killed, and it was like a massive turning point for me. You know, I ended up. It was a dark time in my life, probably the darkest time, you know, I've ever been through. I ended up having to go to his funeral when everyone thought that I had something to do with it. You know, I got arrested for it, was on bail, and then through that period, I found out that my baby's mum was pregnant with Harlow. So I was like, right, okay, like this is kind of
God tests you, innit?
This is kind of like that time now, and you know. And then I slowly just, you know, I just transitioned, started getting jobs, and bro, it's tough.
Of course it is.
Bro, having some guy this big, like, you know, just, and then the money's not the same, you know, and it's just like, wow, this is a big shock. But to me, my freedom and being the dad that I didn't have was more important than any ego check, any car, any clothes, anything that people thought of me, anything that I thought of myself. The most important thing for me was to be the father to her that I didn't have. And that's honestly kept me in jobs. It's kept me from breaking certain managers' noses. It's kept me, you know, and I don't mean this in an egotistical way. It's kept me because I used to be that person. So it's kept me at some points getting domed by people, do you know what I mean? And like just to still get the pay packet, because for me, being a father, not having that father figure in my life was more important than any amount of money, anything like that's for me, that's the biggest gift that I've been given. Like it's a miracle that we're born, you know, in the first place. So the fact that I've been given a daughter, bro, not a son, a daughter, to whereby I'm the superhero in her life, in her story. So I accept that role and I live that to its full potential, and you know, You only have to, you've met her, you only have to speak to her,
Yeah,
mannerisms, everything, bro. That's time.
Very, yeah.
I've put time in. There's no, she's here. There's no iPads. She's got a colouring book. She's got a book. She's got, you know, that's why she's chatty in the back. You know, that's why she chatted like, she's a very good girl, but that's because I take her everywhere with me.
Yeah.
She goes from being a baby, and, you know, that's been my, like, she was my, like you said, she was my saving grace. Like, the Lord gave me her, and she's so special. Like, she's everything to me, and she was my reason for me to, like, you know, some people, that's not enough. It's still not enough. They'll still carry on. But for me, that I was like,
she's your everything.
Okay, this is my time now to.
It's your why, it's your everything, isn't it?
Everything, bro, everything. And some people don't look at it like that, but for me, like, she didn't choose to be here. She wasn't chose to be born. It's you know, it's not anything that happened it's not her fault. She didn't choose to be born, so it's on me. I chose to have her. I've got goosebumps, bro. Like, so it's on me to be the best human being, the best person, the best father, the best guardian, everything for her. And that's why, you know, I bring her to everything that I'm doing, because I don't want to be that parent that goes, you do this, you do that. Although I have to sometimes, you know, because, but I want to be that parent that she just watches me make decisions all day, because she's going to be very fortunate, because she's going to get left a lot by me, because I'm going to earn a lot. But at the same time, when I'm building schools in Africa, she's right there with me, Ibby. Do you know what I mean? You know, when we were walking here, come here. Listen to this. When we were walking here, and this is my mum as well. What did you say? What did you say you do with Grandma?
When homeless peoples are down, we say, what do you want from the shop, and we just get it for them.
Wow, wow.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's at that age, right?
Yeah, she's 5. And that's like...
Imagine another 5 years when she's still young.
Bro, like, she's you know, we got a school report. And a school...
Here's some tissue.
I love you. We got a school report. And the school report said she's the most kind, loving, caring person that they've... And that's, for me, I don't care about grades. That's humanly, you know, they're proper things like... That, for me, that's like saying you're doing the right job.
Of course.
You know, to hear that your kids in the school report are the most caring, most loving, helpful, always helping other people.
This is your generation, isn't it?
Bro, and I'm raising her to see what Dad's doing. What does Dad do every morning?
Say the first thing that comes to your mind.
What's Daddy's job?
Making people happy.
Yeah, I'll give you another one. TikTok superstar.
But yeah, bro, this is my thing with the mornings, bro. People are waking up, they're in a rush to get the kids to school, and then they're sending the kids to school like a little bit disorientated. And it's like, get up, give yourself 30 minutes. You don't even have to use the app. Have a cup of tea, sit in silence, think about, write a list of what you got to do today, de-stress, and then wake your kids up in the best mood that you can. And, you know, her and her sister, they're my everything. So if I wake up and work on myself in the morning, and then, you know, they're coming back from school because I'm sending them to school in the right frame of mind, and they are happy, healthy, loving, caring, like that's everything to me. And that's if we bring up our children to be that, and everyone else does, the world's going to be a better place.
Definitely, definitely.
Thank you. I love you.
Goodbye.
And yeah, that's...
So, bro, what's your relationship like spiritually? Are you religious at all? Do you meditate? Well, I know you meditate, but like in terms of deep religion, or is that something you're exploring? Tell me more. Hey YouTube, I'm really sorry to cut you off, but I have to share this with you. I want you to get to your next level, and I believe that personal development is the gateway to success. So what I've done is I've gone and created a 7-day free audio course. This is totally free. All you have to do is sign up, and from day 1 till day 7, every single day you will receive a 2-minute audio from me, which will elevate your mindset and give you power in your business. Make sure you go and sign up and let me know how you find it.
So when I was a kid, I had to go to church every Sunday with my grandma.
Yeah.
So my grandma and granddad, both from Antigua, from the Caribbean. My granddad's church in the Caribbean was jump up, you know, praise the Lord. You know, and my grandma's church was a little bit subtle, but every Sunday we used to have to go to church as kids. So I do believe in God. I've been brought up with God. I've been brought, you know, as I've got older, I've questioned certain things happen to you, don't they? And you go, is there really a God? Why am I going through this? But that's just really an excuse and you're looking for someone to blame. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Everyone's on a different journey, aren't they?
Yeah. Once you start stripping that back, and like realizing that there is a higher power, there is, you know, some people. That's why when I'm talking to people, I'll say God or I'll say the universe, whichever you believe in. You know, there's something out there that is greater than us. And you know, for people that don't believe in God, you just believe in that there's a higher power out there that knows your path. Your path is they've already generated it for you. You've just got to live every day to the best of your ability and do what it is that you're meant to do. And I'm not calling it what people fall in line and get a normal job and hate it every day and that's like, oh, you might go to hell for that because God's put you on this earth to live the best life, and this is how you're treating it. And it's like, I don't want to get too deep because for me, on this journey, I've kept my spiritual and godly and blah, blah, blah beliefs out of it because I know that can be too much for some people. So I've just kept it straight down the line. This is what it does for me. This is how it makes me feel. If it's for you, great. I try not to go too far in. I can only speak for my own, you know, I try not to go too far in right or too far in left. I just go, look, this is it. You make your mind up what all them things mean to you, because like you said, spirituality, God, all these things are different for everyone. But yeah, I've been brought up that way. I've, you know, been good Christian boy, you know, and yeah, so I do believe in God. I do believe in the higher power.
Well, that's good to hear, because I do feel like now, especially now, a lot of people are beginning to see something or realize that there is more of a conversation now, isn't it? Than probably 5 years ago, 10 years ago.
I do. You know, I've got friends that are really, you know, fully dedicated to God. But the thing that I say to them is, sometimes I feel like some people can put too much in God and not enough in themselves. And I'm like,
you got to take action.
With me in my life, I believe I am my own God. He's greater than me. But I can be my own God. Like, and it all falls down to putting that trust and belief in yourself that I don't have to come and ask you if it's the right thing to do. I don't have to ask God because God's already given me that gut feeling in my stomach that's already telling me whether it's right or whether it's wrong. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
For me, bro, I just thank him. Thank you. Whether it's good or bad. And this is my journey, you know, of like, why are you doing this to me? Why? Now it's like, everything's got a reason behind it. And I know that. So now it's like, thank you every day, blessing. I'm here. You know.
He tests his loved ones the most.
Exactly.
So if you're getting tested more some days, it's because he loves you more.
And it's they say, like, you know, God gives his strongest soldiers the hardest. And I feel like, you know, you going through what you've gone through, I feel like it's true. Because that's why we're having this conversation now. This, you know, the strong conversation. That because we've been through the rough, and
you know, it's an ongoing journey, right?
Of course.
So, what's your relationship like with drinking and alcohol? Do you feel like it's a demon, or do you feel like it's okay to have it in moderation?
So
What do you put out there? What's the message with that?
so for me, I basically put out there everything balance.
Right.
Everything balance.
Yeah.
You know, some people don't drink at all because it don't sit right with them and it brings out a side of them that they don't like. Cool. Some people don't drink because you know they've got addictive personalities and they end up ruining everything when they do drink. Yeah. Cool. Some people like to have a drink at the weekend and that's the only time that they do drink at the weekend. Cool. My nan has a drink every night, and they're from the generation of that you finish work and you go to the local, you go to the working man's pub and you play bingo, you have a drink, then you go home kind of thing. So, you know, my nan drinks my granddad used to, and he got, you know, he found out he had diabetes and he found out that he had to knock it on the head. So we knocked it on the head the next day and he drank all his life, probably every night, a couple of beers, just knocked it on the head. But for me, I can take it or leave it. I did used to abuse it.
Right.
Not to the point where I was an alcoholic, but because of like, you know, I lost my dad when I was in prison, when I was locked away. My dad ended up having an overdose on heroin and was, you know, I say I lost him. He didn't die when I was in prison, but he was basically pronounced brain dead. Like he couldn't breathe for himself. He was on an oxygen machine. It was 70% breathing for him, 30% breathing for himself. I was allowed to go and see him when I was away, tucked in, you know, in the shackles and stuff like that, because they didn't know whether he was going to make it or not. You know, I've not even ever really spoke about that. It was a very dark period. Having to deal with that was tough. But, you know, so I've kind of seen, where was I going with it?
You've seen all sides. You've seen people affect people differently, right?
Yeah, so sorry, that was it. So going through all that, when I did come out, like I was, I thought you was gonna sneeze. I was drinking a lot to the point where I was like, I'm not bothered, out the weekend, out all weekend. I think it was the fact of that I went in when I was 18 and got out when I was 22. So them sort of years where people are growing up, you know, and going on holidays and blah. I spent in there in a volatile place whereby you have to be on your guard all the time and blah, blah. You know, and then to get out to the normal world and everyone's out partying and blah, 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 like, you know, and you've got inner demons and traumas that you haven't dealt with and things that you haven't spoke to people about. And then you get this thing and then you're the one who stays out for 3 days and everyone goes home after 1 day. Do you know what I mean? So like I did, and then it got to the point where like she was born and I realised that them things I can't keep doing it. They don't serve me. Like, you know, once you, for me personally, once you cut out, depending how you're drinking, well, for anything to be honest, once you cut out the drinking, you're only going to get better because you're not meant to be putting it in your body. Drink isn't grown from the ground. It's not a healthy plant, or, you know, it's been man-made. So I think with me, I went through that stage of like using it to sort out whatever was going on in here. But not every day, you know, take it or leave it. But then got to the point where now it's like, you know, I'm at the point where it's not, it doesn't fall align with
what you're doing,
with what I'm doing, and I don't feel, you know, I don't feel tip-top. Like, get up in the morning, I'm fuzzy-headed, and I'm making content. I'm a big believer in energy.
Yep.
So
I can see your energy's high.
So for my energy, for you to feel a video that I'm putting out, let's go, blah, blah, blah. If I'm, you know, oh, let's go, bye. It's just dead. No one wants to watch that. And then I'm not living my truth. I'm not, you know, so for me, everything's energy. And if I'm dragging myself away from that, it kind of doesn't work. But that's not to say that I don't have a drink. You know, we went on holiday and I had a few drinks on holiday, but three half pints. Like, I always believed that the first drink is the best one anyway. It's like anything, that first drink is nice, but then after that, you're chasing it, and so I can take it or leave it, but it's not, for me, it's not like something that I really it's not my thing
Got it.
anymore. I'm at that age now where it's like, yeah, it's
You're
like
older now, yeah?
yeah, a bit
You're still
older,
younger, bro.
a bit older, and I like to feel fresh.
Got it.
And yeah.
Okay, so this is what I really want you to know. So tell me about where's my questions gone? Questions are gone. Yeah, so this is what I want you to know. So you see your mindset, the app that you've launched.
Yeah.
What are some of the challenges that you're facing today? See, because now you've launched the app, right?
Yeah.
You're adding little tweaks to it, little things to it to make it better for the community, and you're adding different things. So what's your challenge now, like as of today?
So our challenge today is I'd say me and Mark. So basically our plan is with this app is to, well, there's two things. Our plan is with the app is to corporate. So it's great, you know, because at the end of the day, it's a business.
Yeah.
We want the business to get out to as many people as possible.
Yeah.
You know, we know it's going to take time, but evidently in the shortest time possible to get the investment back. And then we want it to get, we clearly want it to do what we put out and set out for it to do. So within that, we've got certain things that, like I said, we're going to tweak in the app to make it a little bit more reactive and give it a bit of a feeling. So the connection, that was it. So the connection's there with each other in the app. And the other thing is me and Mark, so we're going to be pitching this to businesses.
Got it.
So
like big corporate event, like Barclays and
big corporate businesses. So for me and Mark, our USP is we're both ex-professional fighters. We're both, you know, raised on council estates. We're both masculine males. You know, we've both been through our bit. You know, we're both big lads, strong lads, look after ourselves. We're both fathers. We're both everything that in my opinion, and his opinion, are what a man should be. We look after our families. We switch off. We take time out. We schedule everything. So we are present with our kids. So we're everything that we feel like that a man of today should be. So walking into a corporate business, looks-wise, personality, we've got everything there, in our opinion, but it's our pitch then. So like
easy, bro. I think you've got this.
So with
because there's no one doing it.
No, there isn't anyone doing it. But so for me and Mark, because we are with critiques, like we need to know when he talks, when I talk, so on and so forth. So we've just started with a public speaking coach. So we're doing it together. We're doing this course together. Which is Kate. Yeah, she's amazing.
Kate, I think I know Kate.
Yeah. Kate Cocker, I think.
From Charlton?
I'm not sure.
Maybe someone else. In her 50s or something, isn't it?
Yeah, and she's got a husband. The husband's called Tim.
Yeah, I know Kate.
Yeah. Do you know Kate?
I've done some sessions with her last year.
Yeah. So, we've just started with Kate. Me and Mark have just started with Kate, working on our story. Because for me and Mark, like, this is us. So we want to get it because, you know, like I've done today, I'll go on an hour, but I need to critique landing, when to pause, when to let people absorb what I'm saying because I get excited and I want to talk, when really that might be the time to go, right, let them think about that, let that settle in. And then Mark comes in, little learning the
It needs to be a strategy, innit? It's like with anything, bro.
Yeah. So me and Mark are at the minute are putting together our bulletproof strategy. We're walking, we've got the tops on, you know, we look well, and when we, you know, our aim is for the males in there to be like, I want to be like him. Yeah. And for the women to be like, I want my husband to be like him. Do you know what I mean? Or he's like, that's the perfect male role model of balance of everything. So at the minute, we need to critique that before we go. We've got a lot of low-hanging fruit because Mark's involved in a lot of businesses. He's got a lot of business partners.
Good network,
Yeah, he's got a great network. So we've got people that are waiting to take the app with businesses. And our aim is like, obviously, there's no point in me chasing 10,000 people if I can come and see you that's got 10,000 staff.
Definitely, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's like a massive, our
next year,
aim
next plan.
Our next plan is corporate, but to get that, the struggles that we've got is we want the app to be in a good spot. We've put it out there, which you have to see what people think, see what people feel. We've had feedback. So now we're critiquing that. once we've got that right, because
teething problems, right?
well, you only get one shot with these businesses as well. Even though you've got someone that will open the door for you and be like, you know, a cousin of a cousin, it'd be like, yeah, he owns the business, this is my cousin. Right, okay, yeah, bring him in. They're busy. So, right, okay, I believe in the product, blah, 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 right, coming in. So if we go in and then we don't nail it or the app's not right, it's like, right, you might have lost that chance with 10,000 staff. Do you know what I mean? So we believe in get the product right, get our pitch right, to whereby me and him are just, you know, bouncing off each other. The energy's there, which it always will be anyway. Of course. And if not, we'll just put them in headlocks. I'm only joking.
Plan B.
I'm joking, yeah.
Back to the streets.
Yeah, plan B.
Got
no
all
one
the
leaves
tricks
the
in the
room.
back.
Yeah, get the contract signed. No, but, you know, the humour's going to be there. The love's going to be there. The energy's going to be there. And, you know, me, this is my, like, I've only been on this journey a couple of years, whereas Mark's been on it for 11 years. So he knows the science and all that. I'm not going to act like I'm the scientist. Talk to Mark here and he's like consciousness.
He knows,
yeah, he's deep scientifically in it because he studied it. I just got the idea. I know what energy it gives me and I know how good it made me feel. So I felt like everyone deserves it in the world. So that's where me and him are like yin and yang.
It's a perfect mix, isn't it?
Perfect, bro. He's calm and collected and I'm like making jokes and big energy. So it's like...
It's no way you're not going to get signatures.
No, we've done it.
And personal development is a big thing now as well.
Yeah.
So, well, good luck with that, bro.
Thank you, brother.
We'll keep an eye on your journey. So, what's some of your weaknesses?
My weaknesses that I find are, I get very excited for me personally, and I'm working on it every day, is when I'm having conversations, listening to people.
Okay.
So I have been a person that like will overtalk you. Well, do you know what I mean? And I don't mean it rudely, but I'm that excited. Like I do. So once I've started stepping back and listening more, I'm getting stronger at it. I do. When I go to I have to put my hand somewhere or tap myself or stop and wait, because for me to better myself and better, well, it is my weakness. So for me to battle my weakness and be able to be this person that shows up correctly for everyone, I've needed to strip back the excitement and listen. And that's been a massive thing for me, listening. What's my other weakness? Reacting.
Okay.
Reacting.
I guess that comes from fighting, right?
Yeah, I've always been emotional and react to things when I could take, you know, a different approach to it. Again, I'm not perfect, you know. Since I've stopped reacting as much, you know, relationships across the board, obviously a co-parent, that's been tough when both parents are reactive. Do you know what I mean? I've had to drop my ego, apologise, hold my hands up for my wrongdoing on my part. Even if sometimes I didn't feel like I was wrong, hold my hands up, drop the ego and start responding rather than reacting. And I feel like I'm trying to work on that in every situation, because I am a very emotional person and I am quick to go, you know, this, that, Harlow will tell you. I am quick to react, and that's one of my imperfections that I work on every day with the breath work, the meditation.
As long as you know, right? That's the main thing. And people won't even know.
No, and that's one of the things. I'm aware when I do it. I do it and I go, shit. Oh, what? And then my monkey mind goes, why have you done that? You should have done this. You should have took a breath. You should have, you know, I thought you were this cool motivational guy, and you're like, you're a bullshitter, you know, and I think, you know, being honest about, you know, not being perfect, and I am working on not being so reactive, and like everything, bro, it's a chore, it's a job that I'm working hard on every day, but I am very reactive. So that's one of my weaknesses. Okay,
cool. So my last few questions really is that, have you currently, apart from, obviously I know you're working with Kate on the public speaking thing, have you invested in other mentors to just become better or learn about business or whatever, or are you blessed that you've got Mark who's ahead of you and you're just kind of learning from him?
Yeah, so in terms of coaching, I've got Mark, I've got Mike, who you know, very, very successful
Yep.
businessman in his own right, there for me at a phone call anytime, it's massive help. And I've got Brain Man Brian, who's like, who helped Mark. He's been studying health and well-being and science and all that for 35 years.
Yeah.
So like, I've got him. So I am in, I don't want to say I'm in the lucky place, because I've gathered all these friendships through being myself.
Yeah.
I'm working hard. Like with Mike, he see me getting up at the crack of dawn every morning, training. He wanted me as one of his fighters. He seen what I do on the socials and blah. So it's all through to my hard work and me being me as to why these people have been attracted to me.
Yeah.
So I am very lucky to have
good people around.
Good people around me, bro, for for free. But at the same time, what I've worked out is, because I like but at the same time, I'm giving them a lot in terms of my energy, love,
Trust me,
yeah, all my things. And I think that's a massive thing, that people can actually not think that much of themselves, that they don't bring anything to the table. Yeah. And I used to think that. I used to think like, well, you know, why do these people want to be around me and blah, blah, blah. And then I started realising, like, I'd have phone calls with them, and the phone call would be them ringing me for my energy.
Yeah,
and I'd just listen, and I'd be like, whoa, like, I'm showing up as that person that they showed up for me. I'm showing up for them, and I feel it. And they say to me, like, look, you know, like, I've got the balls to go, bro, you sound a bit slow this morning, you know, what's going on? And they go, blah, blah, blah. And I'll hit them with their own, with what they told me to do. I'll hit them with it.
You know what I mean?
And because their egos aren't up and blah, blah, and they're going, yeah, I needed to hear that today. Sometimes we need to take our own advice, but we need to hear it from a friend who we've helped, and then it comes back on you. And I think, like, when you're giving out a powerful message and it comes back to you in that form, I think with all the lads who are trained, coming out, might be a little bit, and they'll be like, you can do this, and like, you know, you start showing up for each other in that way. I'm blessed to have this network around me. That's it's special, bro.
Nice. So before we wrap this up, any final messages you want to give out to people, or anything? I know we'll put everything in what you do in the description below anyway, but anything, take it.
Yeah. The key thing is to just better yourself a little bit every single day. You're never going to be perfect. You're never going to be, you know, anything that you don't want to be. Just take the time out every single morning. Work on your gift. Do what it is that you've been sent on this earth to do. And a massive thing is, fuck people's opinions. People's opinions of you do not pay your bills, and they don't put your kids to sleep at night. So scrap all that off and do what it is that you're meant to do on this planet. And last but not least, whatever you're doing, just make sure that you're happy, because your happiness is key. If you're not happy, you've got the choice to change it every day. I love you all. Let's fucking go, champs.
That's powerful, bro. Bro, keep impacting people, keep changing lives, and, you know, we'll do a part 2 soon.
Definitely.
Such a good conversation.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
No problem.
Cheers, bro.